we got interrupted there, but I believe I was saying that this is in the Marl Kingdom series of games, which I've talked about before in terms of Rhapsody, which was the Puppet Princess. Anyway, there's it's something that I'm a fan of. This is like Nipponichi, sort of like their first big series, and uh, all of the staples of like the Disgaea games and all that kind of stuff that comes later. Maybe just a tad more cutesy, but it has the music and just the cute atmosphere, and I love these. Anyway, yeah, this is just like a jigsaw puzzle spinoff of that universe, and I really like it. So, kind of like along those same lines, this is another Marl Kingdom game. This is Tenshi no Present. It's Angel Present. It's a Marl Kingdom story. Marl Okoku Monogatari. So yeah, this is a game that I haven't played, honestly, but it's like another Marl game. We unfortunately didn't get this here. This is essentially a follow up to like Rhapsody, and the other the other Puppet Princess sequel games. So yeah, I really want to play that someday. I bet you it's a really cool game. Next up we have Shinseki Evangelion 2. There's a 2 right there. It's a little hard to see, but you can see it better there. This is interesting because it's sort of like, what is it a sequel to? I have a feeling it might be a sequel to the game that appeared, or one of the games anyway, that appeared on the Saturn, which I actually have. But I looked into this a little bit. It's the developer of this is actually pretty awesome. It's if I remember correctly, it's Alpha. I want to say Alpha System, but I'm not sure if that's right. It's Alpha something, and they've like developed a lot of other really cool stuff, like Shikigami no Shiro series of shoot 'em ups. But not only that, like they did like the Gun Parade March games, which actually I'm going to show off here a little bit later. So they're a really good publisher. So yeah, I haven't played it. Hopefully I'll check it out sometime and it'll be really good. Next up, this is something I've been meaning to play. I guess in particular, like sort of when Halloween comes up, and you're getting into October. Like I always want to play like a scary game, and maybe the past year or so hasn't been the best time for scary games for me. But I think I'm really craving horror again, which I guess I didn't realize how into like sort of violent media and like horror media I was until I don't know, started having anxiety issues and couldn't really like consume any of it. Now I'm just like, oh my god, want the horror. So this is the Ren'ai horror adventure. So yeah, it's let's see, Natsu no Omoide, Tsukuri ni. Again, it's probably embarrassing not to know what that kanji is, but something Hazuno. So it's like, yeah, if you wanted to make some summer memories, but that was when the nightmare began. So yeah, I think this seems awesome. Pretty much like a romantic adventure game crossed with like it's just a horror novel, horror visual novel. So I might try to play this soon. We'll see. Seems like a fun game. And something in the Simple 2000 series too. I always really like those. This is published by D3 and all that good stuff. Rosen Maiden. My friend Andy was actually probably interestingly more into Rosen Maiden than I was, but I really like it. The origination of one of the early sort of really popular anime memes, which is am I gonna remember their name? Suisoseki? Suiseseki? I forget. It's hard because they have they're twin sisters and they have a very similar name. Anyway, saying Desu a lot. She has the Desu. Gibbet Garten. This is the versus fighter. So there's a couple games, and there's like an adventure portion to it, but it's versus fighting, and it seems like it's set up kind of like the what was it? Psychic? Was it Psychic Force 20 something? which has like sort of like midair like versus fighting. It's cool. Like it's pretty fun versus fighter. I haven't played it a whole bunch, but I've definitely played a little bit of it. We'll be seeing more Rosen Maiden, more Evangelion. This is Detective Evangelion, and I've played some of this. I really like this game, actually. You know, I forget the exact premise, but you know, you're running around trying to figure out what the heck's going on, and I don't know, maybe I just sort of like relate to that because that's kind of like me playing any of these Japanese games. It's just sort of running around trying to figure out what's going on. So anyway, I really enjoyed what I played of this. Just, you know, your average straight up adventure game. More in the Yaru Dora series. This is, of course, Blood, The Last Vampire, essentially 1 and 2. Now, I feel a little negligent in my Blood, The Last Vampire, I don't know what, consuming, because I started watching, what was it, Blood Sea, which just seems like a marriage made in heaven. It's like Blood the Last Vampire, like done by Clamp, which is super cool. I never watched that. I didn't really watch, like, they did a Blood TV series, I think. Anyway, so they did some games, but what's awesome is, you know, it's in the Yaru series, and, you know, it's got all the animation by Production IG, so I really want to have the whole Yaru series, and you know, I liked Blood the Last Vampire, what I saw of it, so you know, this seems like a really good, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer, but I would like to see some more of, you know, kind of like the Blood anime, because I just haven't really kept up with it. Evangelion Project E. So typing tutor, basically, or typing. I think this actually might fall a little bit more into the tutor category, but it is like a game. You know, I mean, you have to, like, you know, kind of like typing in the dead or anything like that. You have to like type the word fast enough, kind of a thing, and yeah, you know, all you need is a USB keyboard, hook it up to your PlayStation 2, and this is one from back in the day that my friend and I imported way back when. So, you know, that would have been in like 2002, 2003, 2004, around in that time period. And yeah, we used to play this a little bit. It's kind of fun. It's something that you can play without a lot of Japanese knowledge. You do, you know, type in English. Rosen Maiden. Dual Valser. Yeah, this is an adventure game. Another Rosen Maiden game. And, you know, I love Rosen Maiden. It's cool. I hated the new, like, one that they did a little bit, because it, you know, it just wasn't like the old ones. But that's alright, you know, they can do something different if they want, but, you know, I like the originals, and definitely want to play that. Something I have played a bit of. I actually got Conatus Root in this. This is a really fun game too. Lucky Star. Oh gosh, something. It's just, you know, it's a Lucky Star adventure game, like romantic adventure game. But it's so much fun. It has just that great Lucky Star charm. Like the opening song is great. The designs are a little funky, but they're still fun. Like, they're good, and I love what I played of this game. I'd really love to play some more. It's kind of broken up into these chapters. So I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know if it's really counts as Conatus Root. I think it was sort of like Conatus chapter. But anyway, like I said, I really enjoyed what I played of this, and it's a cool game. It's funny and it's fun. Popotan. Oshiete Popotan. Yeah, this is actually 18. I think this is like one. It's not restricted to 18. It's a like 18 recommended. So it's sort of like a mature rated game, I guess. But yeah, another just sort of like, you know, romantic adventure game. I loved the anime for this, and as far as I know, the anime is based on like a game, and as far as I know, it was released on PC and, you know, probably ported to PS2. You know, they just show the characters on the back, and it's Popotan, but I've always really wanted to play the game. This belongs on my bucket list. I don't really know why it's not there. I don't think it is, but it'll be there just as soon as I knock some more stuff off of that. You know, I should probably tell you guys like what it's about a little bit. These three girls basically like listen to the voices of the dandelions, and they're traveling through time in their like magical house to, I don't know, to do something. Like the dandelions are like leading them somewhere. They're like trying to find someone or something. I kind of forget exactly what the whole the whole spiel is. But like they have these like cute adventures on the way each place that they stop in, and they never know when like their house is going to be just like transported to another time. So like, you know, sometimes they'll spend like, you know, a day somewhere, or they'll spend a week, or it almost reminds me of like Quantum Leap a little bit. Interestingly enough, I mean, I guess it's a similar premise, but you know, and this is just these three sisters, and they're made, and they're fun characters. They're cute, and it's a fun story. The anime is. Ichigeki Sachu Hoi Hoi San. I've talked about this before. I did a gameplay spotlight on this, and I love this game. It's really fun. It's cute. You play as a bug exterminating doll, running around the apartment and killing cockroaches and stuff. You can like upgrade all kinds of stuff, like your weapons, and buy outfits, and you know, it's sort of like you build up money as you fight different things, and it's a good action game. A lot of fun. Oh yeah, so next up, going back to my bucket list, Gun Parade Orchestra. Now, Gun Parade March is a game in anime series. I think it started as a game, could be wrong, but I always thought it just looked really cool. I don't know if it really is, I just thought it did, and I did pick up the PlayStation 1 game. It's a pretty well-regarded series as far as I know, and so they did this whole production of these PS2 games. I don't really know, I'm assuming like these are just, you know, it's just a series of games. So they've got, you know, Gun Parade Orchestra, this is the, okay, it's like the Blue Forest Penguin legend story. I don't know what. Anyway, so there's a white version, and there's a green one. This is the white chapter, the green chapter, and there's a blue chapter. Now the blue chapter I think is like kind of the pricey one, because you know, probably it was like the last one, and you know, not as many people bought it because they just kind of burned out on it. I did buy it, and it was like one of those really annoying things where they didn't say that it was not complete, and I got like a disc only, and I think I should still have the disc only copy of it kicking around here somewhere. I need to re-get that, and unfortunately it's not on the highest of my list of priorities right now. But I would like to have that whole series and knock the first one off my bucket list. Yeah, so this is, I don't know if I remember exactly how to say the name of this, but it's basically Ayanami like development plan, and Asuka development plan. So it's a raising sim. So basically you're raising sim with Rei. Now, you know, these two characters, they have persevered the decades here. Somehow, like, they're just sort of these prototypical like anime sweetheart characters. You know, they've just they haven't faded somehow. I don't know how, but I kind of like that. You know, they're sort of these staples of like anime fandom, and so you know, a raising sim where you're like, you know, it seems like you can, you know, build up Ayanami Rei in different parameters, sort of like you know, and develop a personality for her and things like that. And then I guess you can unlock like the same thing with Asuka. So it seems cool. I'd like to play an Ayanami raising sim. DA, black and white. I think I kind of just got these because, I don't know, it was a set, and I don't know, maybe after Gun Parade Orchestra, I felt like getting a set of things seemed cool. You know, I gotta say the character designs look great on this. As far as I know, these are, you know, adventure games, and I think black is the first one, and then white is the second one. It actually says that like I think it happens like it's the world 2 months after DA Black. I really don't know much about them otherwise. Tonkin House is the developer. I don't really know what else they've done. You know, it looks like a cool story. Who knows? Next up we have Code Age Commanders. Something I got on a whim. It's a Square Enix published game, developed as well, that we just never got here. It's an RPG. As far as I've read, like the battle system's a little complicated, so I don't know how much fun I may or may not have with it. But it's something I've wanted to try out. It's yeah, it looks cool. Action RPG, I guess. So. Appleseed EX. Now, this I believe is kind of based on the anime of the same name. I think. I almost think I managed to pick it up at Goodwill one time. But anyway, it's apparently the game is supposed to be pretty cool. It's published by Sega, and it's an action game. It's supposed to be like a good, uncharacteristically decent action game for something that's essentially like a movie license type of game. But I don't actually know much about it. I haven't tried it out yet. Not really sure what the what the style's like. But I love Appleseed. It's all Masamune Shirow cyberpunk coolness. Ai Yori Aoshi. Kindle Imagine Develop. Of course, this is a romantic adventure game. It has some mini games in it. This was one that we imported back in the day, and we played this. I remember playing this, on my friend's couch way back when. This is one of those ones that Hirameki, I believe, released here on PC. So I actually have the PC version. I ended up playing that too. It takes away a little bit of the charm, I think, when it's it's all in English and it's easy to understand. It's not the best game ever, but Ioti is cool. I like it quite a bit, and yeah, it's kind of a good memory, really, more than anything. Then we've got Suzumiya Haruhi no. Oh yeah, this was the Tomadoi. This is that game where you make a video game. I think it seems really fun. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm looking forward to playing this at some point. I love Haruhi. I ended up reading all the novels they've localized here. There's the Disappearance of Yuki Nagato manga that they've been localizing also, and I've been getting the volumes of that on Kindle as they come out. I really enjoy that, and they did the anime for that, which I think wasn't what a lot of people were expecting necessarily. But I mean, if you've been following the manga, it's the manga. It's kind of a side spin-off, and it's cute. It's a lot of fun, and I guess this is the last game here. So this is Kanojo no Densetsu Book no something. Yeah. Anyway, it's a romantic adventure game. I think this is one where you're I don't know, writing a story on the computer, something like that, and you get sucked into it. Yeah, you find some software on the internet, and you download it, and you're making a story with it, and then you're sucked into your own story. And it's a romantic adventure game, and I think it's it's fantasy based. The artwork isn't super great, but this is another D3 published game, and I kind of think it was in the Simple series. I think they did this release. There might be a separate Simple series release. But yeah, it's kind of like a budget game, I guess. But I like those, and that's it. That's my collection. You see a lot of stuff that I still need to, play, but there's nothing wrong with that. I love this collection. I think it's really cool. A lot of fun adventure games that I really want to dig into and just get back to playing some Japanese games. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope Orekan is satisfied with the good stuff here. Yeah, and I hope you'll join me again for more video game and anime related videos. Thanks for watching.